often do you see that with Saliba and Gabriel, when that ball gets played up to a front man, where both of them are passive and they're not aggressive and going to try and press the ball?
Yeah.
But that tells me, excuse me, how fearful they were of Isak.
And because he caused them problems all evening with his movement.
From minute one, he faced up Saliba in the first or second minute of the game, and it was just like, I've got you here. I know exactly where I want you. This is the one. No, it wasn't this one, sorry. but that was good play. But again, every time it ball come out to him, they just couldn't get close to him. His movement was too good. I think this is the one here. He just gets him. Now he's got him. And
that's the
right.
one, isn't it?
Yeah, now he just shapes him up. How often do we see that happen? But it just showed. That was the difference between the two sides. Arsenal had Isak, and Newcastle had Isak, and Arsenal. Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah. I'm sure every Arsenal fan wishes, because that's what you've seen. That's what the level you have to get to. And Havertz couldn't really offer the same for Arsenal tonight.
But as well, like, you've got to look at the Newcastle players were enjoying, and the energy levels, the pace they showed to get up with him. At times, Isak's picked the ball up and he obviously got pulled back there, leading to a foul. Should have been a foul maybe, but because they know something's going to happen when he gets the ball. There's a lot of ball carriers at Newcastle, I think, at times. And I felt for Havertz tonight because he was, like you said, he was very isolated. Didn't have that support network.
What's the when he drops in the couple of examples we saw for 4 or 5 yards and the centre halves don't go with him? What are the responsibilities of someone who played in your position then in the middle of midfield?
Well, I think you've got to say to Partey or to Declan Rice maybe to get around him. Like, I think what they did really well today was when Newcastle didn't have the ball, they went man for man in midfield. But when they had the ball, Willock was a willing runner all game. He was running behind you. Theo said it at the start of the game. His energy was too much at times for that Arsenal midfield. They couldn't handle it, and having to take off Thomas Partey. So I think I personally, first of all, I would say as the two centre-backs, one of them's got to go tight, get close to him, don't let him turn, because as soon as he does that, you've got a major problem, because then he drifted behind the two midfield players. Great ball by Jacob Murphy, but they didn't want to get close to him because I think they were so scared of him.
Well, as well, like, for instance, Shay, if you being a goalkeeper, at times you wouldn't want your centre-half to go out wide, but Isak wants to take you into places you don't want to be, right? So I think Arsenal now in that level where, I don't want to go out to those positions, so we'll let Isak have it there. But the problem is he's going to cause you problems no matter where he is in that field. 7
wins in a row for Newcastle now, 5 clean sheets in those 7. And again, their defence was rock solid tonight, Show.
They strike me, Mark, actually, as they enjoy this side of the game as well. We all talk about the defensive players, and Isak grabs a lot of the headlines, but look at this for blocks. I think Botman, Dan Burn, Dubravka came out and punched lots clear as well. But this is part and parcel. When you're away from home, semi-final of a cup competition, you're going to have to dig in. You're going to have to throw bodies in the line. That's a brilliant block from Botman. And bear in mind, he's been out for 9 or 10 months with a serious injury. It's his second game in 4 days. Again, look at that. You could throw a blanket around how many Newcastle players around the ball there. Because look at that's like scoring a goal, a block, or making demands off yourself, and characters on the pitch, like defending for their lives. The bodies back at Sandro Tonali getting a block right on the line as well. And that header from Tino Livramento. I mean, you talk about coaching and defending, and Tino and Lewis Hall on the other side are absolutely superb again tonight. Big Dan Burn, I mean, he's just Newcastle through and through, isn't he? What a performance for him. But that's the part of the game that some people don't talk about. But you have to enjoy that side of it. Newcastle, strike me, they enjoy that side of it also.
I know they don't have Fabian Schär at the moment, but is that not far off then, their first choice back 4 now, which has slightly been rejuvenated now with Livramento?
Well, he's got a problem, Eddie, now. Who starts the next game? I mean, obviously the FA Cup, he could possibly maybe rest Botman, because he has played them 2 games in quick succession. Schär comes back into the team. But then the next Premier League game, he's got an issue. Who starts? Because Dan Burn's been brilliant as well in the last month or 6 weeks as well.
They've got a great squad, haven't they? You've got Trippier can come in and out, and he's got great experience. And I'm sure if you're Tino Livramento, every day you'll be just watching him, learning. He's a good defender. He's played at the top level for so long. And Harvey Barnes come off the bench. Arsenal didn't have that luxury today. They look so short without Bukayo Saka. You just think, where is the spark going to come from?
But that, with those 2 full-backs, now, there's so much discussion about what they were going to do with Trippier. Lewis Hall took time to settle into his Newcastle career. They now look, they're absolutely 100% their first choice full-back.
Set in stone, absolutely. Yeah. Even watching there towards the end, you could see, he was warming up. Trippier was warming up on the sideline, and he was telling Livramento what to do at times, and even Almiron who came on. And I think that's the passion and the hunger and the desire. He wants to improve players just on the outside as well as a player, because everyone's really important. It's not the 11 that will win this cup; it's the whole squad.
I think
and
the togetherness,
stuff.
it feels like there's a real togetherness, and I think that comes again from the manager. He's built a squad of players that they're fighting for each other. Trippier's a great example. You know, he really transformed the club when he came from Atletico. And again, you know, them shots of them defending, clearing their lines, squeezing up, getting back together, celebrating a tackle, celebrating a block. You know, it's part of building a team ethic, and they're really strong together.